This is the Multistrada V4S. Let's see how we get on with this big adventure bike. Okay.
Also entschuldige.
It's
Du gehst da.
oh, is this okay?
Yes, yes.
Very upright. Okay. It's big, it doesn't feel so heavy, and it kind of likes to turn. It's a very different experience. Yeah, very stable. It doesn't fall away. I don't know if that's the tyres. So, haha, okay then. First impressions, Multistrada V4S. I'm just going to say how it makes me feel, whether I feel confident or not, whether it makes me feel good. It's a big bike, but it hustles very well. I feel like I'm getting quite leant over without being worried about it. Definitely a comfortable leg position. Right, what are the brakes like? I'm going to try out the brakes. Whoa, yes. Definitely got pretty good brakes. I'm not sure if they're quite Panigale territory. The Quickshifter's good. So normally I would have gone the other way, but the guy suggested I went this way. So reckoned that the more interesting bends and less police doing checks. Fair enough then. It's a very different riding experience, but it feels good. It's a plush seat. It's you feel like you've got road presence on this. A little bit of vibes, but not too much in the seat rather than the bars. Brakes can scrub the speed off, definitely. Whoa! Bit of a bump there. Got a little bit unsettled. But hey, I'm beginning to hustle this. It makes me feel pretty confident. Throttle response pretty good. Let's take it easy round the blind corners. It feels a bit more suitable to these kind of bumpy little roads than a sports bike does, and to be fair, it probably is more suited. That's the idea, right? A race bike really isn't hello. A race bike really isn't the best tool for these sorts of things. Make you feel like you need to hang off. It just makes you feel like you sit in it and let it take you around the corner, but it feels a lot more secure somehow than my street triple that seems to fall into corners a bit. And I don't think that's a worn tyre issue, because it's always been like that, even with fresh tyres. Well, for fresh tyres it does seem to roll a bit more nicely into the corners, but I think it might be that kind of, it's nimble, but nimble means instability as well, because you can't be stable and super nimble, but this is a little bit more stable, and because of that it gives you a little bit more confidence. Very different experience, but taking it side to side is lovely. Just roll your hips in the seat a little bit to go with the bike, and yeah, my wrist is a bit tense, I think, because of the nervousness of being on a bike that's unfamiliar to me, and the bars do feel a bit high for me. I like low bars near my knees, and this is definitely not that. But it hustles. Quickshifter needs to be on the throttle really to work nicely. Just flows very nicely around corners. Just makes it easy to maintain a constant speed around corners like this. It's not nervously moving about like my street triple is. Gotta be careful, gotta be careful. Good old Postbus. I'm not going too fast on this either. I seem to be sticking mostly to the speed limit, which is what you want in Switzerland. Hello. What if we slow down a bit and accelerate? That's getting close to the end of the revs, but it's all you need for the road. It really is. Then you can just sit back and relax a little bit. What's the screen do? That comes up. It's still below my eye line significantly. Easy to adjust. But I can't get over how stable it feels, but you can still move it. I think I do want to go back the other way a little bit. Let's stuff. used to this height and riding position. I couldn't find the foot brake there for a second. It's just a bit in a different place to what I expected. Hello cows. Very smooth Quickshifter. It is a lovely bike. It's got a fuel gauge. Panigales don't have fuel gauges. Third gear, roll on. Pretty good. They're quite expensive these, that's the only thing. Well, two negatives I believe. It's the price and the fuel consumption. Let's see what she's like going uphill. Mounted bends going uphill. I tend to have more confidence, like most people. It's just easier to scrub off speed. Third gear pulls well enough. Let's try some second. I do like this. It is very confidence inspiring. Very comfortable. Not much of a choice of seating position. You sat in it, and that's that really. Got that a little bit wrong, but the bike was fine. Definitely geared for the road as well. Smooths the bumps out very well. That's another good point, because the roads aren't always super smooth. Sport bike smooth. Aha, there's the coach. Pity. But it's very sure-footed on these switchbacks, these hairpins. What's it like at low speed in first gear? Gurnigel Pass, yeah. It's very easy to ride. It gives me lots of confidence. It's easy to ride. That's a huge positive for me. I guess you can put luggage on it, you can have a pillion. It's true, I guess it's a perfect all-rounder. It's no less fun than a sports bike. I suppose compared to a sports bike, the only negative is it's not as gorgeous. It's a bit big for storing in the garage or whatever, but it's well put together. Nice TFT screen. I haven't got time to go into any of that. Hello boys. It's just so stable without being dull like the BMW Sport Tourer, the R1250 RT. That was just so dull and boring. This is actually still exciting, but with some of the same stability in a way that kind of gives you more confidence to hustle it. It's perfectly happy in third or second on these sorts of corners. It's got the power, got the torque if the revs are low, just to ride the torque, or you can drop it and enjoy a bit of higher revs. A little bit of slackness in the throttle, a little bit, but it doesn't really matter. This is nice. This is super nice. Quickshifter is just perfect. Oh, I reckon I've got 10 more minutes. That corner took me by surprise a little bit, but I was fine. Bit off the throttle, turn it in more. No drama. Oh, this bike is sublime. It's fantastic. And this isn't even the Pikes Peak designed for the mountains version. Bit of a bigger front wheel, haven't noticed anything bad about that. And if anything, if it makes it possible to go on gravel roads without being worried, then why not? A little bit vibey on the seat and a little bit warm, but it's pretty cold today, so that's great actually. You see, am I not enough of a hooligan to really have a sport bike? Panigale. That's the thing. Look at that. It's like you can decide to change your mind around the corner for how fast you're going to take it, and the bike doesn't mind. Steady on. Engine braking is pretty good, like a nice amount just to keep things steady going into the corners. You can still grip with your knees and, you know, ride the bike properly. It's just not making you feel inferior for not getting your knee down on every corner like a sports bike maybe would do. It's normal riding, and it's very flowing, it's very smooth. Trail braking there. Right, I need to turn around and get back. Right, don't bit because that's a bit of a hill. Let's just calm. First gear. It's possibly a bit top heavy, I guess. So I'm just taking it steady because gradients and stuff can catch somebody out. So stable. Yep, didn't quite get that set up right, that corner, but it didn't punish me for it. I have to say this side is got some nice flowing corners. The other side's a bit tighter, bumpy technical, but this side is also nice. So not sure that that guy knows what he's talking about, the Ducati guy, and saying that the other side's far better. So, do I have to start thinking about this? Well, let's see if I can try the V4S Panigale. Just check the differences. Am I ready to not have a sporty bike? Well, it's quite a sporty bike to be fair. For a tourer. Very well behaved. So, that's off. How easy is that? That's quite easy.
Deine Englischkenntnis? Wo ist mein Handy? Wo ist mein Handy? Jetzt geladen?
Hallo.
Hi.
Das war der Ärzte, aber ich glaube, morgen so nicht fahren. Hey, ciao.